Hello everyone, Trivial64 here with a real-time money-making strategy guide. I did do a video like this a couple of years ago now actually, and for the most part the strategy has not changed. The only main parts to the strategy that have changed is the nightclub and the client jobs, because we didn't have that when I made that video. So with this guide, this strategy that I'm about to show you is entirely solo. So you can do this in a solo public session, whether you can just find a solo public session, use MTU settings to get a solo public session, or if you're on Xbox, do the NAT type test to get yourself a solo public session. You do not need anyone's help for this strategy. It's entirely solo. There are a few things that you'll need. The first one is you'll need a nightclub with hangar, bunker, coke, meth, and counterfeit cash all linked to it. You'll need a terabyte that's been fitted with the drone station so you can do the client jobs, diamond shopping, and targeted data. Third, you'll need a vehicle cargo warehouse, which is how I get most of my money. And fourth, you'll need a bunker, and optional, you can purchase the master control terminal inside of the nightclub, which is where I am right now. So without any further ado, the first thing that I do every session, every solo public session, is I check the progress of my bunker. If my bunker's ready to be sold, that'll be the first thing I'll do. If not, I'll move on to the main phase of this guide. So we're just going to quickly check my bunker stock right now. It's pretty much done. Is it? Yeah, it's 210k. So what we'll do is we'll purchase supplies for the bunker only once. And then because the bunker's ready, we'll drive over to it to initiate the sell mission from there. The nightclub, you can sell this pretty much whenever you want. But I sell my nightclub whenever one of these categories gets maxed out. So when one of those categories gets maxed out, you'll get a message from Tony saying, hey, your blah 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 capacity is maxed out, which is when I'll usually sell my nightclub if I'm not too busy in free mode killing people or whatever. So once we sell our bunker, we'll get on to the main phase of this guide. Hopefully it doesn't give me a shitty sell mission. This strategy is all in real time. I'm not going to skip anything out to make it as real as possible. I've got the in-game sound effects and that turned off. And notice how I keep checking the player list as well. Even though I'm on low MTU right now, sometimes randoms can still get in your session. So keep an eye on that player list regularly to make sure that no one joins your session and potentially threatens you while you do this strategy. So I'm just going to drive over to my bunker right now. You might notice as well that I've got the sound effects and the music volume turned off. The reason for that is you don't have to do it, it's just that I find the dialogue really annoying, like diamond shopping. I thought you knew what you were doing, when you just burst in there. Because I've done that mission so many times, the dialogue just kind of gets really annoying, so I just turn it off. I do the same thing when I do heists as well. I turn the sound effects volume off so I don't have to put up with Lester screaming at me all the time. I know what I'm doing, mate. I'm a professional. I'm a veteran of this game. I'm not some noob. So we finally reached our bunker. Let's go over to the cell terminal or whatever it is. This little thing here. As you can see, I've only ranked up once since I've uploaded my stats. Been doing a lot of executive search to try and bring people to me. Oh, I've already done that. Okay. Hopefully it's not the Mayweather cell. The buggy mission isn't too bad if you're doing it solo, but the Mayweather cell is always bad. I actually don't mind the buggy cell that much. Okay, it's gave me the easiest cell mission. I can do this mission in about 3 minutes. With the bunker as well, you only want to buy supplies once. But what you can do is, if you want to get a little bit more out the bunker, buy supplies for it once and then do one resupply mission. But the resupply mission has to be a pickup, not a vehicle, because if it's a vehicle, you'll get too many supplies and then you'll have to do a 2-vehicle cell mission. But if it's a pickup, the value of the bunker will go from like 140k to about 170, which is still a 1-vehicle cell mission. So you can do that if you want, buy supplies once and then do one resupply mission. But the resupply mission has to be something that you pick up, like a crate or something. If it's a vehicle, you'll get too many, then you'll have to do a 2-vehicle cell mission. And depending on what vehicle you get, that can be quite difficult. But this is my strategy. I've been doing this strategy for years. Ever since Nightclub came out, this is like my most up-to-date money-making method. I wouldn't say it's the best method in the entire game. I'd say the best method in the game is to go into an invite-only session and invite 3 of your friends in there. So there's 4 players. And then what you do then is one person starts up diamond shopping. Make sure you invite everyone else to the CEO so everybody gets paid for it. And then when one person finishes it, another person starts it, and then you just go back to back. So you can do diamond shopping like 4 times in a row. And that's an easy 120k in like 10 minutes. And then the first person that did diamond shopping does, I don't know, robbery in progress or targeted data. And then each player does that. And then you just keep going round and round and round. That's probably the best strategy, but that's not solo. I remember doing that strategy a couple of months ago when client jobs were double money. And we managed to get like 1 million in under an hour. So 1 million in under an hour is like really good. And you can extend it as well if you have 8 players in the session and you all do diamond shopping as an MC. But just make sure that the MC president disbands every time, because then you have to deal with that stupid marked for death bullshit. So you can try that out if you want. But this is my main strategy because it's solo friendly. I don't need anyone's help. So we sold our bunker for a nice 210k. And important as well, because you buy supplies, whenever you get that message saying your purchased supplies have been delivered, from that point on, when you get that text message, you have to count about 2.5 hours and then your bunker will be ready again. But that 2.5 hours is like real time. So as long as you spend like 2.5 hours in free mode or something, you know, you'll have your next bunker shipment ready to sell. So this is the main phase of the guide now. This is the main part. This is the part that I've done like 1,000 times, possibly more. So what we do is, because I have that apartment located there, that's where I teleport to. A heist walk will greatly help you as well. So what I do is I park here and spawn my terabyte. And the terabyte should spawn here, which is just down the road from my apartment. So every time I complete a mission, I just teleport to my apartment, drive down the road and get the terabyte. The reason why you don't want to move the terabyte nearer to your apartment, or at least the one I have, is because it's too near the location for the client job targeted data, and targeted data will be doing once we've done diamond shopping. The only client job that we don't do is data sweep because it takes too long. Okay, why is my oppressor not here? Okay, I got 3 of these things. There we go. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do diamond shopping, and then after this we'll do headhunter, and then after this we'll do a steal vehicle mission and then sell it straight away. And then that's it. Client job, VIP work, steal car, sell car. But while the sell car is on cooldown, just collect more in the meantime. Just keep collecting cars and doing VIP works and client jobs until you're able to sell again. Because you're selling 1 car at a time, you have to wait 20 minutes after selling one before you can sell again, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much my strategy. And the nightclub shit, you can sell your nightclub stuff whenever you feel ready, but I like to do it when one of the categories hits max, when I get a text message from Tony saying that one of my categories is max. That's normally when I sell my nightclub, but you can sell that pretty much whenever you want. That's up to you to decide. Real easy strategy, solo friendly, you don't need anyone's help. And I've been doing this strategy ever since nightclubs came out, you know, with the terabyte and the client jobs and all that. So I've been doing this strategy for nearly 2 years. And it's made me a good amount of money in RP. Like, people ask me as well, like, what's my RP method? I don't have an RP method. Just doing my grinding strategy ranks me up, which is quite slow in terms of RP, but in terms of cash, it's pretty decent. You can normally get about 400-500k an hour doing this strategy. And as you can see right there, we got the text message saying that my supplies have been delivered right here. So as soon as you get that text message, count like 2.5 hours. So let's say if you sold your bunker at 3 o'clock and then you get this message at 3:10, your bunker stock will be ready again at about 5:40 p.m. whatever. So 2.5 hours into the future. I'm not entirely sure whether the bunker still generates while you do missions and stuff like heists and that. I'm not too sure. I think it does. So you can go and do heists if you want, or contact missions or whatever. But I'm not too sure, so I'm not going to lie. I don't really know. But I think it does. I think it does. But just to be safe, I usually spend my 2.5 hours in free mode. And if I do like heists or whatever in between, I'll just like stop the clock. You know, I spent 10 minutes doing this heist and now I gotta wait an extra 10 minutes for my bunker to be ready. You'll learn. If you do this strategy enough, you'll learn. This is the exact same strategy that I use on all my grinding live streams as well. So if you've seen one of my grinding live streams, you've already seen this strategy. This is just like a condensed version to it. That's all. When I actually explain what I'm doing, rather than on live stream, I just do it. I look at that, I need like 250 RP to rank up. Wow. Never mind that. Okay, now that we've done client job and the VIP work, it's time to steal a vehicle cargo car and then sell it straight after. Because my warehouse is already set up, I only get top range vehicles like every time. If your vehicle cargo warehouse is not set up like mine is, then every single time that you get a standard or mid-range vehicle, just keep it. Don't sell it. But every single time you get a top range vehicle, sell it. And then eventually you'll only get top range vehicles. I think you need about 10 of each. 10 standard and 10 mid-range vehicles. And then once you do that, you'll only get top range vehicles. So set up the vehicle warehouse, because the vehicle warehouse, if you're a solo grinder like I am, the vehicle warehouse is going to be your main source of money. I've made about 420 million from it. So, you know, it's your main source of money. Vehicle warehouse is imperative to a solo grinder. If you wanna do the solo grinding route like I do, you need a vehicle warehouse. Get one ASAP if you don't have one. It's gave me one of the easier steel car missions, which is good. I just gotta ambush this guy. I'm not used to playing with the simple reticle. I thought I'd try out the simple reticle for a change, because for the last 6.5 years I've always used complex. Believe it or not, I've never actually used simple before. So now that we have the vehicle, because I had to shoot the driver out, I couldn't really avoid the damage. But I got him out with minimum shots fired, so I'm not too bothered. Let's just get rid of the cops right now. There we go. Keep checking the playlist as well to make sure that nobody's in this session. But because I'm on low MTU, if anybody joins this session, all I have to do is get near them and they'll disconnect. If anybody gets too close to me, they'll lag out the session. I'm using an MTU of 700 right now. But on Xbox One, you can just do the test that type thing. But for people on PC, I'm not entirely too sure what people on PC can do to get guaranteed solo public lobbies. I guess you could try like pressing find new session over and over and over, which is normally what I do. But doing that can sometimes mean that you'll get stuck in the clouds. So you got to be careful with that. But eventually, if you just keep pressing find new session, you'll get a session that has nobody in it except you. So that's done. Now that we've stolen a top range car, we're just going to sell it immediately. We're just going to sell it immediately. Oh, I already had some top range cars, whatever. Really doesn't matter how you customize the car. I see some people like actually take time in upgrading the car when you don't need to. You only need to just pick anything. I bet all these NPC buyers are sick to death of receiving chrome cars from me, because I always make all the cars chrome because it's at the top of the list. Thanks for that, retard. Appreciate that. The only thing is, when you're doing these missions solo, is you'll get these stupid enemies spawn out of nowhere, so park in here if you have the same warehouse as what I do, and then just wait for them. Use the explosive shotgun, because the shotgun can take them out in one shot. And you'll have to deal with 8 of these guys. They'll come at you in pairs. But of course, if you have like one extra player in this lobby, you won't have to deal with these stupid enemies, so you can do these missions a little quicker. But because there's nobody in this lobby, I have to deal with these stupid enemies to minimize damage. Most of the time though, it's the NPC traffic that actually cause more damage than these enemies actually do. I can sometimes do these missions and not get hit by the enemies, but the NPCs just slam into me and they end up catching up to me, so it's better to just deal with these guys. If you use the explosive shotgun, they're a piece of cake to deal with. One shot. It's about the only time I really use the explosive shotgun, really. I don't normally use shotguns in close quarters combat. I like to go for the headshot with a rifle instead. It's more skill and it helps me shoot better. Once you've dealt with all them, it's easy enough to keep track because you'll have 8 shotgun shells per clip. So once you've fired all your shotgun shells, assuming none of them miss, you know that you've dealt with all the enemies. So now that all the enemies are dealt with, we can go back to our vehicle and carry on driving it to the sell point. We only lost 124 damage from earlier, so that's no big deal. I'm not going to get mad over that. I'm not going to scream like I normally do. I am going to scream about that though. Fucking idiot. You gotta watch out for these NPCs, man. The NPCs in this game are completely fucking retarded. And I remember when vehicle cargo first came out, there was a myth. The myth was, like, while you're doing a vehicle cargo, steal or sell mission, and I think it's true. I think the NPCs are more retarded than normal whenever you're doing a vehicle cargo mission. I think it's true. I remember hearing that, like, rumours that they made the NPCs more stupid whenever you're selling vehicle cargo. Look. But of course, I'm a bad driver in this game, so if anybody's a better driver than me, you'll probably have less trouble during these missions, but I don't care. As long as I don't lose anything more than like 10 grand, I don't care. Normally, if I lose more than like 10k of damage during a steal mission, I usually just blow up the vehicle. Just think, fuck it, I ain't paying that much for it. Alright, so that's done, and when this stupid box gets off the screen, we go back to the apartment and we repeat step 1. Client job, VIP work, steal car, and because the steal cars will be on lockdown, well, cooldown I should say, just keep doing this over and over until the vehicle becomes available to sell, and that's pretty much it. That's all you do. Client job, VIP work, steal car, sell car, client job, VIP work, steal car, client job, VIP work, steal car, and just repeat. Just repeat over and over. And then when you feel like it's been 20 minutes, go back to your vehicle warehouse and sell a car, and that's it. That's the real-time strategy guide. That's all I do every time. Hope this video helps anyone make money the easy way. And until next time, I'll catch you all later. Take care, everyone.